Welcome, everyone, to this second day of B&D CON. My name is Rainer, and as you can see with me, I have a whole group of fun people, and you're going to have a chance to meet everyone here in just a little bit. But I want to cover a couple of housekeeping items. First of all, because of how we are streaming this normally, I would thank everyone who is following the channel and so forth. If you're watching this on Twitch, because of using a different streaming software than normally, the notifications are not popping up on screen. But I just want to give everyone who has been following the channel the last couple of days, or specifically yesterday, a big thank you for that. I also want to share real quick just the schedule for today. So we will have more live events, just like we did yesterday, starting with here in just a few minutes, where you have a chance to meet everyone from the team. After that, there will be a live play of Mandala Stones. We're going to have an interview with Adam Kopinski, who's the designer of Dark Ages or one of the designers of Dark Ages, and also the designer of Origins First Builders, which is our August release this year. After that, you're going to have the opportunity to, it will be a Creative Minds segment, just like we had yesterday, and this one will be with the fantastic board game illustrators. So looking forward to that. We will have a live play of Zapotec, which will be the third one, and that way we have had live plays of both Origins yesterday, Mandala Stones today, and Zapotec as well, so that should be a lot of fun. And the designer of Zapotec, Fabio Lopiano, will be interviewed just after that by Steph Hodge. Then we will have a geeky panel. This one it won't be a top 5 like the one that we did yesterday, but this will be one where we have a fun discussion about the different names for components and other things that are related to board games and the many interesting and weird names that we have to deal with in our hobby. And then finally, after that is another Creative Minds, this time with Stella from Meeple University, that will be joining us. And she'll be talking about some of the pros and cons and the challenges of living in Australia for her content creation and so forth. So that will be a lot of fun. We also do have still demos where you can join our Discord channel. And on there, you can play any of these games. We have volunteers that are standing by to be happy to teach you the rules. You'll have a chance to play both Origins, Mandala Stones, and Zapotec on Tabletopia. So you can join our Discord channel. There's a link to that both on our website. There's a link to that if you're watching on Twitch just below as well. So that's some of the content that we have coming up today. And now we are going to be talking about the team, the Board&Dice team. What you see here, so this is a total of 8 of us. There are more of us in the company. Some of them have prepared videos that we will be watching here in a moment. You've seen some of them on screen before, and I'm so delighted that you won't have to just deal with me today. So this will be good. We will first of all, how are you guys doing? Having a good day?
Yep, not bad.
Awesome. And see, they make sounds too. This is going to be awesome.
We are just so much excited about today's live stream, right? Like another 12 hours of amazing people live streaming.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Answering one comment here. Well, Rainer is the best in the jokes, so sorry.
Yeah.
We are not as good as he is.
The worst.
Actually, he's the worst, which makes him the best. That's the proper answer.
It's one of those things, and Ola, you know, everyone who, whenever someone new joins the team, they do get to hear a certain joke about.
No,
I'm not going to share it now.
We don't have time for that, Rainer. We don't have time.
But
and we love our people who are willing to watching us later, right? We want them to watch us later.
Yeah.
Yes. No, but what I was going to say is that everyone who joins, it has become one of those traditions where early when you join the company, there will be at least 1 or 2 jokes that you have to hear. And sadly, that has spread to convention staff and sometimes reviewers and everyone. So that's how it is. So anyway, so the purpose of this one here is for you to have a chance to get to know all of us a little bit better. There are a lot of us that work behind the scenes with different things, and we're going to talk about who we are, the things that we do, our hobbies, our likes, and so forth. So really looking forward to it. And we're going to start this with Kuba. The stage is yours.
Sure. So what would you like me to tell people about what I do? And so in the company, I've been here for, I think, 4 years now. So I've been in NSKN Games before we merged with Board&Dice, and now I'm fully Board&Diced. My job is, it has been for a long time, the art direction of our games, but now I'm slowly moving towards the production aspects of what we do. So I'm trying to get really cool components for our games, and I'm trying to make sure that they will look great and that you will be able to get them for an affordable price. And I do a lot of small things that are just somewhere there in the background. And this is pretty much what I do in Board&Dice. Well, when it comes to things that are my hobbies or my favorite Marvel hero that somebody's asking, well, my favorite Marvel hero is, I believe, Doctor Strange. And that's it. I think that he's the guy who can do pretty much everything, and it would be awesome to be him. So, and my other hobbies are tabletop RPGs. I do play a lot with my kids because I'm a father of 3. There is a 10-year-old Helen, 3-year-old Sophie, and 3-week-old Arthur. So Arthur is not playing with us yet, but I have a feeling that he'll join us at some point. And well, apart from that, I do enjoy sports. I play a lot of soccer. I play a lot of volleyball. And when I have a chance, I also play table tennis, ping pong with a friend from work, actually, Andre, who is not here with us today, but who I try to beat every single time we play, which is quite hard because he's a good player. So that's me. I'm Kuba, and I think I'll just pass the camera to Gosha.
I felt it at some point. I have no idea why. Maybe because, well, I saw myself as the first one in the line, so maybe that's the reason. But that means that then I will have to call Kuba again. So it looks like you will be hearing only about us two. Favorite football team. Can I have another question, please? Okay. For now. Hi, I'm Gosha. I'm working in Board&Dice since 2 years. Yes, since 2 years now. And I'm a part of the development team. I'm also responsible for making tests. And I have I'm running our testers group in Poland. And if you want to meet some of them, you can participate in one of our demos that we have now, because they are now on Discord and they are running demos for you. So, you know, another reason to play our games. I'm also responsible for developing. Yep. I'm also responsible for developing Escape Tales, Low Memory, and Children of Wormwood. So if you don't like it or like it, it's my fault. And what is my favorite non-B&D connected designer? I think, yes, I have to say it. I think it's Martin Wallace. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, I will say so. Well, actually, that's it. I wanted to say that I have no hobbies, but it's not true. Board games are my hobby, so at some point, maybe I have no work. So that's it. And I think Rainer will pick the next person, so you avoid to listen only to me and Kuba.
And we're actually going to, I'm going to play one of the recorded ones. So this is going to be Spizek, and you heard him yesterday he had a presentation, but this is him telling us a little bit about himself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zbyszek Umgelter, and I am a graphic designer. I've been working with Board&Dice for 2 years now, and during the time I was a part of projects like Jedo Deluxe Master Set, Dark Ages, Tekenu, Tawantinsuyo, and our recent premiere, a beautiful game called Mandala Stones. Please check it out. Before joining Board&Dice, I worked in several advertisement agencies, and at some point I was fortunate to do some commissions for some smaller games, and that's how I got to the games industry. I've been playing board games since I was a kid. One of my childhood dreams was to work in a toy factory. So by doing graphic designs for board games, I think I got pretty close to fulfilling this dream. I like games that turn on your creativity. So one of my favorite titles are, for example, Codenames or Dixit. I also love role-playing games. I think there's a huge potential for releasing your creativity during roleplay. Yesterday, during B&D CON, I made a presentation about inspiration for graphic design, and I talked about some examples from our games, from Board&Dice games. I hoped you liked it, and if you missed the presentation and you would like to see it, please look for the recording of the streaming in our archives. I hope you're having fun during B&D CON, and take care and good luck.
Okay, so I'm Ola. I work here for 3 months only, so I'm the newest member of the team. I work in marketing department and take care of our social media, arrange photo shoots for our games, prepare mystery boxes, and at the end of each month, I send one of the best newsletters in the galaxy. So subscribe not to miss it. And apart from board games, which I'm in love like from my teenage years, I tried many other hobbies. Most of them can be categorized as arts and crafts. For example, like from scrapbooking to furniture restoration. And recently, I got into painting, and I really like it for now, at least. And what more? If I had to like name 3 the best things in the world, just 3 random things, it will be you two, dogs, and crazy colored hair. And I think that's it for me. Thank you.
And there is a question, Ola.
Yeah.
What is the best color you ever done?
I really loved it when I have all the colors of rainbow on my head.
Ooh.
You should mention what the mystery boxes are.
The mystery boxes is kind of packages for the reviewers with some mysterious stuff.
Yeah, it's been fun to see sometimes when a reviewer gets one of the mystery packages, there will be incoherent tweets and Facebook posts about what on earth is this? Oh, it's from Board and Dice, and let's see what happens. And oh, now I'm growing plants and all sorts of other things. And that's all thanks to Ola and Philip that we're going to hear from here shortly. But next up we have Wajay.
Oh,
I think you're muted.
Wajay, you are muted.
No.
Nope.
Wajay, maybe you will be moving your mouth and I will be talking. Yeah.
No.
I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea.
But you don't have a sexy voice like he does. You know, it's like,
Mhm.
hello, I'm Wajay.
And yes, Johan, what you posted, seeds for escape tales. So those were things that were sent to reviewers, and they would plant them, and some went out and bought lights to help them grow, and yeah.
Nope.
Yo-
Sorry, Wajay.
Unfortunately, we do not hear
All right.
you, Wajay.
Johan
Maybe-
also asked before what's my favorite soccer team, which is a non-Lewandowski team. So I would have to say that it would be probably either because I usually pick teams from different leagues in Europe, and so it would be most likely West Ham in the UK and Barcelona in Spain. These would be my two favorite soccer teams. And when it comes to international soccer games, I think that Germany and they are a machine. I love watching them.
Yeah.
You redeemed yourself with Barcelona. Otherwise, otherwise I was tempted to just do this right there for a moment. But yeah.
And,
Well,
and
I think you will need to kick out me because I am with Manchester United since I was a kid. So sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries.
there
It's
was
just-
also there was also a question from Facebook if Rainer could tell his longest joke. I know
No.
I know that I put us on the risk, but maybe this is your moment, man.
All right, we're gonna
No.
switch to while Wajay is figuring out his sound. We're gonna have Ida tell us about who he is and what he does.
So hello everyone. I think I am one of the oldest Board and Dice crew members because with Philip we have established Board and Dice in 2013. Since that time, I am working in sales. I am trying to organize our distribution, localization partners, and retailers all together to be able to deliver our games and get them on the market. I'm also a guy who is behind the scenes with the administration and customer support. I am helping with the customer
All the fun
support.
stuff.
All the fun stuff, and also a little bit supporting the fulfillment services. So these are all the elements I actually do right now in Board and Dice. And well, privately, in the private life, I love The Witcher. You should see that. Well, actually, here as well. The plus bicycles. Well, this is my new passion, and I am like crazy about it right now. So I am doing dozens of kilometers every week. So this is my actually hobby. I love books. So of course, The Witcher plus right now I am in love with Stormlight Archives from Brandon Sanderson. And actually, what more? I am a father of two boys, and I love to spend my free time with them. I love all the kind of sports. As Kuba said, it's like football, volleyball, maybe not as much as he likes, but yeah, sometimes I can play it, especially with my kids. And that's it. I am also a board, not only board gamer freak, but I love computer games. Of course, The Witcher 3, but from my oldest times, I love the most Half-Life or StarCraft. These are the games which are, well, in top of my favorite games. Also, Baldur's Gate. So yeah, this is it. And regarding the questions which were on the chat, Marvel heroes, Spider-Man or Iron Man, these are my two favorites. But to be fair, I am not Marvel guy in the end. I always loved DC, so my favorite character since I was a kid is Superman, and he will be till the end of my days, I guess. My favorite team is Manchester United, so yeah, this is it.
Cool. All right, we're gonna have and yes, please keep asking questions in the chat and so forth. Now we're gonna
I
hear
just
from-
want to say that as a person responsible for production, I cannot agree to having the longest joke in the rule book of like run has a stretch goal because we just cannot afford it. I'm sorry, too much paper.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice one. Okay, hello guys. My name's Ola, and I'm a project manager in Board&Dice. I'm with the company for, I believe, over 1 year now. And well, my main responsibilities are creating a timeline, a schedule for all our games, plan them, and well, actually do all the weekly plannings to schedule some tasks for our team and to be sure that everything will stick to the deadlines, which we all love so much. Besides that, I'm doing evaluation. I'm, working on communication inside the company, a lot of different stuff. About me, well, besides board game, of course, I very big tabletop role-playing games. I really love them for a very long time. I'm also a GM or DM for quite a long time. Right now, I love a lot of different RPGs, from Dungeons and Dragons to more indie style games like Powered by the Apocalypse and so on and so on. Besides that, I'm also a video game fan. I'm playing on a console, so sorry for all the PC Master Race out there. I'm a console person. What else I can say about myself? Okay, let's stick with the question that you asked. Favorite Marvel hero? Actually, I don't like heroes from Marvel Cinematic Universe. My favorite Marvel heroes are those from X-Men, like Wolverine, Phoenix, Storm. Those are my favorite Marvel heroes. I don't watch football. Sorry, I'm not really a football fan. And I don't know what other questions were here, or I don't remember, but well, yeah. So this is about me, and there is one very important fact about me that I need to share with you in the morning for some of you. So my favorite animal is a seal, and this is a very important information you need to know about me because everyone from the company knows that. And why seals? Because they are the most amazing animals that there are. And yeah, because they're chubby, cute, and I love them very, very much. So I think that's the most important stuff about me. So Rainer, I think you can pick up the next person.
Oh, it's me. Okay. So, hi all. I'm Filip Gowash, and as Irek said, we established Board&Dice, but who cares? But right now, my main responsibilities in the company is taking care of the whole marketing, and together with Olan, I'm so happy to have her in the team. And even though she just worked for us about 3 months, she is very into Board&Dice right now. And I believe that she does some more stuff in marketing and more crazy and interesting stuff than just what she said. But we are sure to be everywhere, like to poke you any moment during the night, during the day when you open your closet. There we must be, and we must communicate with you, and we try to be your friends and like spend a nice time in social media, newsletters, and during the events. When it comes to my personal life, I'm maybe you will not believe me, but I'm a biggest fan of Nintendo. Yeah, like Zelda, like Mario and stuff. And if you ask me what is my favorite Marvel DC character, I will say Mario, of course. So yeah. But apart from being old video game nerd, I also love and really love astrophysics and quantum mechanism and in general science. And I watch a lot of podcasts, live streams, talks, and I can like when I turn on, then I find myself at 3 a.m. on the morning still watching some videos on YouTube from science and science related. Yeah, and if you maybe at some point we will show mine and Irek office. It looks really nice because on one side you have all the figures and stuff related to The Witcher, and on the other half of the office we have all the stuff related to Nintendo, and I collect pretty much everything if I can find something. So my favorite non-B&D designer will be Stefan Feld. Speaking about the designing,
hey, man, that's cheating, because you were to tell us about the designer not connected with the Board&Dice, and in New La Granja there will be an expansion from Stefan Feld. That is cheating, man.
No, I'm just a marketing. Like I do marketing all the time.
Yeah, man.
So if I can do that as well, I will only say that my favorite designer is Adam Kwapiński. He should not be related, but he is related with Board&Dice because he's doing an awesome games for us. So, sorry.
Well, Philip, you could always say that your favorite board game designer is Philip Gowash.
Yeah,
I hear that he made a game.
True, very true, very true.
Yeah, sometimes I do such stuff. Yeah.
Sometimes.
There's one interesting thing because on the comments here I can see that seals eats penguins. So they are not so cute in the end, right?
I'm not so sure about that information. Need to check.
Yeah, and we have a comment that Wilkinson is for sure not a sponsor of this con, for sure, because most of us, like my body is mostly covered with hair.
Don't go there.
Let's not go there. Too many
Can we
details.
switch to the next person right now, please? Like
details,
fast. Mute him.
Yes,
Mute him.
and like we can go to another person. Like too much information about me, I think.
Right now, yes, let's do that.
All right, let's go to someone who's far more pleasant. We're gonna hear from Zuza, who also provided a video for us.
Hello everyone, my name is Zuza and I'm a graphic designer in Board&Dice. I've been working here for already half a year and I think this time passed super fast. Before joining Board&Dice, I've been working as an architect and also as a freelance graphic designer and illustrator, catching all the creative jobs that I could find. I'm also a huge fan of art and crafts, both on the side of the viewer, but also the person who tries all those things. Yes, and in company I'm known as a huge Harry Potter fan. Nice to meet you.
Now I have to say that for all of us to have the pleasure of working with her, of course, Kuba, you work with Zuza the closest, but otherwise, she is so delightful as a person and her work, and she is fast and she does awesome things. So yeah, she's
she's
great.
also she doesn't accept failures. I mean, there is no such a thing as failure in her vocabulary. When she gets into something that I'm thinking is, basically a dead end, she'll just back out and then move somewhere else, and then somewhere else, and then somewhere else, and finally she'll come up with a solution that is really, really good. And I wouldn't call her stubborn. I just think that she wants to do great design so much that basically she can't stop till she does them.
And I think we should mention that all the graphic assets, okay, not all, most of the graphic assets and design for B&D CON was made by Zuza.
Yep.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, and also a lot of the things that you will see on, even though it's Philip and Ola that do a lot of the marketing stuff, but Zusa is the one that is creating a lot of the graphics for us on social media as well and stuff. And she like fun little stickers that we have and everything. So.
And answering one question from the chat, yes, that's true. Except Rainer, we are mostly located in Poland. Of course, in two different spots, because we are working in two different cities. Part of the crew is located in Warsaw, so our country capital. And the second part of the team is located in Wrocław, near the German border. So yeah, we are also a little bit divided in Poland as well.
All right, we are going to move on to...
Aha, this time you can hear me, I guess.
Yay!
No?
Which is great. Yes, you can. I know you can hear me. So, my name is Błażej. I live in Warsaw, so I'm part of the Warsaw crew, Warsaw, Poland, of course. I am officially head of development, which means that I deal with all of those little and weird things that happen to the game and its mechanisms from the moment the game is submitted to the moment when the game becomes a product which you can buy in a friendly local game store or any other game store for that. I am also a huge fan of board games. As you can see right behind me, I have been into modern board games since 2006 and started working around them in about around 2011. 2013 was the time when I joined NSKN Games, which then, of course, merged with Board&Dice, creating the new Board&Dice. So I've been here for a while as well. Apart from board games, which are my huge hobby, as you can see there is like another little wall of games, this time role-playing games. It's on the other side of this room. Apart from that, I also sometimes paint little army men so that I can play even more games with them. So board games, role-playing games, and a bit of miniatures games. These are my main hobbies and the main thing I like to do. Apart from that, of course, I have been always a bit of a history and literature nerd. This is what I studied. I'm a British major, and I specialized in medieval literature, which means that I've gone through some crazy old things in my time. I think this is everything. Let's see. There are some questions everybody should answer. Let's see. Favorite superhero. So my favorite Marvel superhero is Iron Man. My favorite DC superhero is, I think, Hawkgirl. My favorite designer who is not connected to Board&Dice. That's a very difficult question, because most of the designers I really enjoy either have worked or will be working with Board&Dice. But I think that among the games which I, let's say, rate at a personal 10, I would say that the late Chad Jensen and Vlada Chvatil are probably among my favorite designers, and I really, really like most of their games. So I think this is everything. Okay, one more thing which I forgot to mention. Most of the time when you're interacting with us on Kickstarter, you are in fact interacting with me, because I also do a little bit of Kickstarter project management. So when you're given an answer in the comments section. In most cases, this is me, and many a time, if you write a private message to us on Kickstarter, it will also be me who will be answering. Right, so that is, I think, everything interesting about me. And
that was very
interesting
interesting.
things. Oh, thank you.
No, it is interesting. So my name is Rainer, and yes, what Johan was saying on in the Twitch comments. So I'm the only one who lives in the United States from our team, which means that I work weird hours. By weird hours, that means right now that it's just before 9 a.m. In the morning my time. This is very unusual for me to be up and awake at this time. But yeah, normally I work. I've always been a night owl, and now that actually helps because I would stay up late anyway, even if I had a normal job in the past. So that actually helps, and that way that allows us to communicate more easily and stuff. As far as what I do and I'll get back to a little bit more about myself in a moment, but what I do within the company, it's a bit complicated because I live in the United States. There are a lot of things where it makes it easier for me to be involved in some capacity there. So for sure, if you come to one of our conventions in the United States, you'll see me there. I'm always at the conventions and help manage our presence there. I also do streaming, so please watch other streaming content that we do every Monday. I do live streams, and we talk about our games. We play games sometimes, and just have a generally good time. It also means that when it comes to our North American media partners, typically I'm the one who works with them just for practical reasons. And that's also something that I really love about my job as well, is interacting with people, both interacting with you guys during live streams, interacting with partners, and so forth. Otherwise, my passion has always, for a long time, I've always been a gamer. I got into modern board games in 2001. And I've been playing since then. Love it. I have a built-in game group at my house because I have 5 kids, which means that this past year, when it was hard for people to get together, at least I had a game group at my house, and we play games a lot.
You said
some
that
of my
you came into the modern board games 2001. What was the game that brought you in?
So it originally was Catan, and soon after that, Carcassonne as well. But I have been gaming since I was 4, probably. I got into card games. We played growing up. We played card games in my family a lot. We moved into some hobby gaming, not like we still played some of the traditional games. Although, so I grew up in Sweden, and not all the what you would consider classic games were there. Sure, there was Monopoly and stuff, but there were also some that were on the Swedish market that I grew up playing. But yeah, Catan was my real entry into the hobby in 2001. I also dabbled for a bit in things in the industry. Good friends with the people over at Gameling Games. I worked with them at some local conventions. Helped out with rulebook editing, which is actually how I got into kind of with back in the NSCAN days. Worked on some of the rulebooks there. Was a big fan and supporter of the games by NSCAN Games, and now we're all part of the Board&Dice team. So, but otherwise, what else do? I am a musician. I have composed music. I don't play much and don't compose much lately. I would like to get back into that. But otherwise, I have written 150 songs or so, had some of them played on the radio in Sweden and in the Philippines for some reason. I tell jokes. Now, that means that I deliberately my kids will sometimes tell me when they come home from school. So the age range is the youngest one is 8, the oldest one is almost 17. They will have gone to school. They will have made some joke or comment, and people will look at them and like, what? Oh yeah, no, sorry, that's just something my dad used to say. So there will be more of us in the world. It's not just me with my jokes. There's a new generation coming. So there will be plenty of those in the future, and I know you're all delighted to hear that. What else do I do? I do enjoy. I enjoy woodworking. I enjoy sports. I don't play sports as much as I used to. I used to play football or soccer. There's a Swedish sport, floorball, that I played all the time, and I used to be an avid biker and stuff. Which, by the way, Irek, he goes biking all the time, and I highly approve of that. So that's a little bit about me. Some of the questions that were asked, I Marvel wise, I do think I have to agree with Blage. Iron Man is probably my favorite. DC, I don't know. I've never been really into the DC universe that much. I mean, I do enjoy Superman, but otherwise, some of the other characters I am not well familiar with. However, one of the best comic heroes ever is the Phantom, an old Lee Falk. That's one of my favorites. And otherwise, I also Boage is a smart man. He likes good designers and stuff. Vlada Schwartel and Chad Jensen are excellent picks as well for non-Board&Dice designers. What else? Yeah, I think that's if we have questions for from anyone here,
I want to
we're
say
happy to answer them.
two things regarding Rainer. I actually love to go hiking with this guy. He's like walking encyclopedia because every time he is able to tell me everything about the environment where we are or the place where we are. This is something awesome. And the second thing is about his kids as a gaming group. I had this pleasure to play board games with them, and oh my gosh, I sweat so hard to not be beaten badly. They are very good in board games. They are.
Now we also have a couple of people that we had I was supposed to have a video to play as well, but we had a technical issue with that one. But we have more people that are part of the team as well. One of them you'll hear about in a little bit here during the panel with the artist, which is Agnieszka. But we also have Andre, who we should all take one thing to mention about Andre, and we'll go clockwise this time. So, Ola S, tell us something about Andre and Agnieszka as well.
Oh, it's difficult for me to tell something about Andre and Agnieszka because I've seen them maybe 3 times since I'm working here. But I can tell that Andre beat me really, really hard in Teotihuacan. Yeah, and that's really sad story.
You shouldn't play with him, Teotihuacan. It's like
it's not a shame to lose to Andre.
Yeah, but it was like it was my first month here, and they say, "Come play games with us," and there was Andre.
Well, if you will beat him, then that would be wow. That would be something.
And you will become next, Queen of England, for example.
Yeah, so that was the most important thing about Andre, I could say. And I didn't really met Agnieszka, so sorry. Ola, can you help me and say something about them?
Yes, I can. So Andre is working, he's our CEO, he's also working on production, and he's sharing his wisdom with Kuba in that matter. Andre is a very calm, very wise person. When we having a tough time, I always go to him for to talk to him and ask him what he think about stuff. He's great with numbers. He share my love to Excel, which is, I know it's weird, but we both love Excel, and yeah, I don't know, it's something crazy about us. And what else? He also have a lot of very interesting stories from his previous job and from his childhood and from his past. He's a very colorful, very calm person, and I really enjoy working with him. And I believe there are some people who work with Andre even longer than me, and I would like to hear a little bit from Kuba about Andre, actually, because you are the person who's working with him now most, I suppose. And
yes, although as we were supposed to say one sentence about both Andrei and Agnieszka, I will not say too much to leave some space for the others. I can tell you that I've played 24 plays of Terraforming Mars. I believe that 20 were with Andrei, and I have won 3, I would guess, out of those 20. I hate playing against him, and I love playing against him at the same time. He is one of 2 best board games players I've ever played against. And Agnieszka, who is his wife and also our CEO for our Polish entity, she is the most organized person I've ever met. And if you want to have something set up in a way that for generations afterwards everybody will be able to move around it, then you need Agnieszka to have it set up. So yeah, Irek.
Well, I will start from Agnieszka. Agnieszka, for me, is a person with who I can speak for hours. Actually, our phone calls, when they start, they end up like, I don't know even when. My last was, I was driving and she called me and we actually talked about stuff for 90 minutes. And I love to talk to her. She's very efficient. She's very supportive. She is a very good specialist in designing stuff, in doing DTP work. I love to work with her because she also has this attitude that there isn't, everything is possible. There is no issue which cannot be solved. So this is actually Agnieszka, and I really like to work with her. And Andre is my big friend right now. We are working together on many fields. We both love numbers, so yes, it's actually right now I think 3 people who love the numbers the most in this company is Ola, Andre, and me. We are focused on Excel. I have even right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs with Excel open in my web browser. So yeah, it's crazy. And Andre is a person who is so calm that if I have any issue, I just can call to Andre. We can stay on the line together. He don't need to speak anything. I don't need to speak anything. And after 2 minutes, I can turn off the phone and I know that, okay, now I can go back to work. So his fluids are awesome and they work for me very well. Philip.
So my laptop battery is dying. So I will do a magic trick before I will tell something about Andre. Okay, magic trick. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
That was really amazing.
Wow.
Now, surprise, surprise, we are sitting in the same office.
Magic. So
Okay, I should have been came to the office as well. That would be a trick.
Yeah. So
Even I was surprised.
So a few words about Andrei. When it comes to me, Andrei is a living proof that the advanced civilization visit Earth. And Andrei decided to stay here and share his advanced knowledge with us. And this is basically Andrei himself. Like, you can go to Andrei with every subject and he will provide you precise answer to any question. No blah, blah, blah stuff around, just a precise knowledge. And this is why I love him the most. And he's always open. And like when I call him, and I call him on very weird hours, he is always willing to pick up the phone and provide a high quality answer. And when it comes to Agnieszka, so if I would say that, let's say in 1,000 years, someone will discover the Agnieszka laptop, and they will see how she put her knowledge and how she organized everything, they will think that some ancient aliens helped Agnieszka to do so. But it's not true. Like, Agnieszka is the second person that amazed me with the level of details she wants to coverage when she is dealing with art stuff around games. So yeah, those are extraordinary peoples that I'm
this
happy
is actually
to work
why
with.
we are doing Origins, right?
Yeah.
Because everything you will find in Origins is true, and the Agnieszka and Andrei are the proof of that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was aliens, but
Gosha, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I will be quick. So when I think about Agnieszka, I'm thinking about cheesecake, and it's because we ate cheesecake on our first meeting, but it's also because, well, cheesecake is heartwarming, or however you say it in English. So if you have any problem, you can always eat cheesecake, or you can always come to Agnieszka, and she will listen to you, and yeah, and she is working like a cheesecake in that case. And when it comes about Andrei, well, when Rainer asked us to say something, I first heard to say something that Andrei is not doing, and I was like, that's going to be hard. So yeah, and simply this is Andrei. So it's only Błażej left, yeah.
Okay, so very quickly, okay.
Go. Yes.
So basically, when it comes to Agnieszka, she can be really defined by the word driven. If you look into a dictionary to find out what driven means, there's going to be a picture of Agnieszka next to it, probably. When she puts her mind to something, there is very little, if anything, that can ever stop her. And that is one of the most amazing things about her. When it comes to Andrei, he is, I think, the smartest, or one of the two smartest people I ever got to know personally. He has this incredible gift of using facts and math and calculations to see through pretty much anything, any sort of a smokescreen anyone can ever put. So this is an absolutely amazing thing about him. And apart from that, I fully agree with everything the people before me said. These are all facts. Yes, aliens too. So these are all facts about Agnieszka and Andrei. They are amazing. Incredible to work with, and we're all happy that we all create this big company here.
Yeah, I mean, and I think first of all, I think everyone before me failed at mentioning one thing, but aside from that, it's the important thing, and this goes for everyone who's here, right? I think it is amazing how much of not just a good team we are, but good friends. We love working together. We work hard together. Everyone is really good at what they do. You will see in as you look in the rule books. Obviously, we have the credits in the back, and you will see all of us in there in one form or another. Hopefully, this has been a little bit of a chance for you to meet us. We'll make sure that we can have more opportunities for the team to be met and seen, and that you can learn more about us. But yeah, it's we love working together, and we love making games together. So. Otherwise, thank you for everyone who was here. Thank you for all the awesome questions. There's a question by Johan that we're gonna answer briefly, but or I should say, in a moment when we will be playing Mandala Stones. So we're gonna take a brief pause here, and we will be back in 1 minute. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you guys. Bye.
Bye.